let's get started. வணக்கம் அங்கிள்.
வணக்கம். வாழ்க வளமுடன். Be blessed by the divine.
வாழ்க வளமுடன். முதல்ல ஆரம்பிக்கிறதுக்கு முன்னாடி உங்களை பற்றி ஒரு சின்ன இன்ட்ரோடக்ஷன் கொடுத்துறேன் அங்கிள். Ravindran Kannan, Professor Ravindran Kannan. He is a MD in acupressure and natural therapies. He's the founder of Yantra Foundation in Bangalore, where they teach people how to heal themselves naturally. He is a scientist in World Institute of Scientific Exploration in Baltimore. He's a visiting faculty for Sanatha Foundation, which is a non-profit organization in Minneapolis. He's also the founder and the president for the Vishala Karnataka, which is about the simplified Kundalini Yoga Vedatri Maharishi's organization that's in Bangalore. He is doing a lot of service. He comes from Bangalore, visits America. This has been his 8th year now. And every year he comes in and teaches this wisdom of acupressure and natural therapies through workshops throughout United States for free. And at this age, he's not taking any pills and he's doing everything naturally. So he's a role model. So there are a lot to learn from this amazing soul. Today we are going to ask few questions where we can learn more from him, from his wisdom. Thank you for coming in to the radio show today, Uncle. He's the professor for Simplified Kundalini Yoga, and that is from Vedatri Maharishi's, which I touched with the Vishala Karnataka, but from the professor, he's also a professor in the Simplified Kundalini Yoga area. So with this, we are going to get started. So in this world right now, even though we are all into allopathic medication, holistic healing is getting popular. It used to be only in India. We used to have ancient science techniques, so we used to do all the holistic healing there. However, now people are open, and even in United States, people have started using holistic healing. And before we get started, we need to know how this holistic healing works. So Professor Ravindran can help us understand that. So how this holistic healing works?
Good question. First of all, we need to know how the nature works. The thing is, healing is natural, rest everything is palliative. That means the whole existence, everything operates with precious consciousness. The same consciousness operates within all the life which exists in this area. So human being is unique. In Tamil, we tell that Aridu Aridu Manidarai Piradal Aridu. It's a very unique to be born as a human being. Once you are born as a human being, how the body develops in the womb of the mother, in the same way, body itself has got super consciousness to heal on its own accord. So that's why healing is natural. Suppose you put a seed in the ground. Do you tell the seed to sprout and come? It has got an imprint inside the seed itself. What you put as a seed, if you put a mango will go. In the same manner, you need fertility soil, you need water, you need sunlight, you need oxygen. In the same manner, we are also made out of the 5 basic elements. So if you see a body as a holistic approach, that means physical, mental, spiritual and social, then healing becomes very easy.
Awesome. Thanks for the wonderful explanation, because our body can heal itself. That's the fundamentals of this holistic healing. We need to understand more the basics of the foundation of it, so that way everyone have the trust in the holistic healing and we will be able to practice them. So when we talked about holistic healing, there are many ways of doing the holistic healing. There are many techniques. You have done MD in acupressure and natural therapies. So let's get into that part and explain us how acupressure helps in healing people.
Before going into acupressure, first I will give an emphasis how the healing works on every individual. Because every individual is different. Every body is different. Every mind is different. Every food intake is different. Environment is different. So once a patient comes or goes to a doctor, the first healing takes place once if the doctor gives the hope to the patient. So the first step is hope. Suppose somebody's come with a severe problem. If the doctor gives the hope, don't worry, nature can take or medicine can heal you. You need to believe yourself. For that, doctor should give a hope to the patient. So the first step is hope. Once you give a hope to the patient believes the doctor. Once the patient believes the doctor, 50% of the problem is solved. Because here it is not a physical only, it is mental, what we call as psychosomatic. Most of the diseases are psychosomatic.
Totally agree with you on that part. Like, when you're very sick, when you enter the hospital itself, you feel little comfortable because you're in the right hands and you're going to be taken care of.
Yes.
So that effect is very important. That's the placebo effect which you're talking about.
Yes.
So if we get the hope that and trust that we are going to be cured, then that takes care of 50% of the issue.
Once a doctor gives a hope, the second thing that happens to the patient, that they believe the doctor and they believe themselves, oh, I can heal myself, or with little medication I can get well. So the second stage is belief. Once the patient have a belief on themselves, there is another things takes place in the body. What is that means? Once they start practicing what a doctor told or how the body can heal by itself, then it happens what we call it as trust. So first is hope, second is belief, third is trust. What is the difference between belief and trust? Belief is blindly following somebody. Trust is what you experience in your body and mind. So once you have the trust on the doctor and once you start doing it, more than the medicine, the healing takes place through the mind. So mind plays a major role. So that trust is you have an experience of the healing which is taking place in the body naturally. So that for that, mind plays a major role. Then after that, fourth dimension comes. What is the fourth dimension? The fourth dimension is transformation. Transformation happens according to the law of nature. That we can call it as super consciousness. So there exists nothing in the whole existence without consciousness. So consciousness should be addressed. I request all the modern science to come and you have to get drowned. What is this consciousness? How does it work? What is this energy? How the mind works in the human body? How the mind can transform? Because whatever medicine you are taking is just physical. It's a material. But the transformation and the healing happens at the settled level where energy cannot be seen.
It's amazing. Like we tend to think, like when you have a problem, we tend to think that it is a physical issue. So only we treat the physical problem.
Yes.
But what you're saying is the important factor that we are missing is a lot of issues are mind related and we need to take care of the mind as well. That way it works perfectly. That is a very different perspective and I think everybody have to contemplate it on, meditate on it so that way we can understand this further, which is so good because I agree with you on the terms of like mind plays an important role in any problem. Like for example, a mom has a teenager daughter and her blood pressure is normally normal, but her teenager hasn't come back home. It's 10 o'clock in the night. Her blood pressure goes way high. There is nothing physical happen to her, but it's totally mind related. She get the stress and because of that, she get the high blood pressure. So it's totally agreeable that mind plays a very important role in our body and we need to accept it and we need to treat it as well.
Okay. That's a very good question you are asked is, let us probe what is this mind. Mind is, nobody are addressing too much. They speak about psychology, mind and all. When you get disturbed with your mind, you tend to do things with non-awareness. Let us see some deep scientific insight about the mind. Mind is a wandering wave. Can you see the mind? Can you see your mind?
No.
Only through the action it exhibits what is your thinking, what you want to do. So this mind is man in divine is mind. That's why in Tamil we say manam plus idam is manidan. Manam plus idam manidan means man with a
Tenderness.
flavor. Manam plus idam. Idamana manadai udayavan manidan. So that is the concept of human being. First we need to be a human being means you have to have a tender mind. That kind of mind is so. So man in divine is mind, or else I will expand the mind in a different way. According to Vedadri Maharishi and what I experience is, mind is nothing but psychic extension of life energy. So we are living with a life energy, we are living with life force, and hardly we know about life. We are living with a mind without understanding what mind is. Manadai adakka ninaithal alayum, manadai ariya ninaithal adangum. If you try to control the mind, it wanders. If you try to know the mind, it subsides. So let us see more, go deep into this mind. We have life energy in our body. As the life energy rotates inside, it creates a magnetic effects inside the body itself. That we call it as biomagnetic energy. So this body operates with three precious things. One is the physical body, second is the astral body, third one is the causal body. Physical body is the body what you see made out of 5 elements. Astral body is the body which made out of the life energy particles or life energy wavelength. This is invisible, infinite. You can see the physical body, you cannot see the astral body. Then the third body, what we call it is Karana Sarira. What is this Karana Sarira? It is the conscious body. Because of the conscious body only, we are able to enjoy the 5 senses. Touch, taste, smell, seeing, hearing. These 5 senses are nothing but conversion of Panjabhutas into Tanmatirai, into pressure, sound, light, taste and smell. These conversion happen because of the presence of transfer of bioelectricity in the body. In physics, there are 4 forces. One is strong force, weak force, third one is gravity, fourth one is electromagnetic wave. Body has got 4 forces. One is strong force, second is weak force, third one is gravity, fourth one is biomagnetism. That biomagnetism is the body electricity. As long as you are able to maintain the voltage of your biomagnetism in a metabolism, your body can heal by itself.
Amazing explanation on mind. I just want to have a break on this. We have talked very serious subject, right? I just want to ease our listeners. So one of the biggest problem that we all face in our day-to-day life is there are a lot of stomach related problems. So in every 10 minutes, I want you to give some tip to our listeners. So can you share us what we can do something simple with the ingredients which are available at our home to take care of any digestive problems that people are facing nowadays?
It's a very good question. First of all, when you want to have a good digestion, you need to see that your excretion system also works in tandem. Excretion and digestion system are fundamentally basic systems. So for digestive system, you need to have a good digestion power, means your stomach should be all right. What we call it as your stomach is Madhya Pradesh. So you should know what to eat, when to eat, how much to eat, how to eat. In this context, if you want a digestion system to be in a proper manner, first you need to know how to eat. How to eat means chew and eat. And when you chew and eat, you have to eat along with the saliva. Saliva is the protector. Saliva is the healer also. Because saliva is such a powerful one. Saliva is alkaline. When you chew the food along with the saliva, the digestion takes place very easily. Then comes when to eat. You have to eat only when you are hungry. The third one is what to eat, nutritional food, whatever you like, you can eat it. Then the fourth one is how much to eat off stomach. Once you take your food only off stomach, you need to have a space for water. You need to have a space for the air to go inside, good oxygenation. Then you need to get sunlight. And all these are interrelated. Since our body is made of the 5 elements, the body always we have to be in a constant state of awareness. These 5 elements in the body should be is in the metabolism state. So once you understand this, then the digestion and excretion system takes place very voluntarily. It should happen voluntarily. Like eating, you need to spend 30 minutes in the dining table. Excretion, you have to spend only 5 minutes in the restroom.
Right now it is in the reverse order.
Yeah.
Because we eat very fast.
Yeah. So
I just want to summarize. So what he was telling us to keep a good digestive system, he gave four or five things: what to eat, when to eat, how much to eat, and what is the last one?
How to eat.
No,
that is
what to eat.
when
to
no
eat.
no. First is how to eat.
How to eat. Okay, how to eat. What
When
he
to
said
eat.
is
When
first
to
is
eat.
how to eat.
When to eat.
And what he said for how to eat is you chew your food
Yeah.
really well and eat it. Take your time, chew it really well and eat it. That's the first step. Second one, he said when to eat. Only when you're hungry, he asked us to eat. Number 3, what to eat.
Yeah.
He said eat only the healthy food. No processed food, like, fast food. We need to avoid fast food. So that's the good food, right? And anything else I missed?
How much to eat is
How much to eat is half your tummy.
Yeah.
It's only 50%. Normally we eat 200%, but it's 50% is what is the recommended one from Professor. Wonderfully said. So, like, we got all this. Let's say that we follow all the 4.
Yeah.
Okay. Next what?
It's excretory system.
Okay.
So, the excretory system should operate daily. Even if you go twice, no problem. But early morning, you have to clear your bowl.
Bowel movement.
Once you clear your bowl, your stool should float in the water. Once you are chewing the food and taking food like what I said, definitely you can see it will be well formed, it will float in the water, it will not sticky, it will not go down. That means your tummy is clear. That means when you are able to put these two systems into order, many of the problems solve on its own accord.
So we didn't know how much importance we need to give for our digestion and our excretory system. So his suggestion is to make sure that we need to make sure that we have 2 bowel movements or 1 bowel movement for sure every day. And we are, like he also said, how to identify it when your stool should not be sinking inside the toilet thing. It should be
floating in the
floating
water.
on the
It should
water,
be well formed.
Well formed. So you can diagnose yourself by doing this. So it's a very wonderful tip for everyone. So anything else that we can do better? So for example, like you're saying that all these, okay, but a person is having been doing this for quite some time, right? They eat when they want to eat, not like when they are hungry. They don't eat half the tummy. It's all like bad practices. We have been doing it, right? So today we learned these, but so far in our lifetime we haven't followed this. What will happen to us in order for us to change this? Anything we need to do extra to get back to this cycle?
Yeah, it's a very good observation. See, you are into this bad habit of eating in the middle, eating 3 times, 4 times, all those things. But as long as you have good immunity in the body, you may not feel any problems. Once the problem comes, you go and take a medicine. Once you take a medicine, you are going and taking the medicine only for the symptoms. So the symptoms get suppressed. But the body is a constitution of 3 bodies, I told you. That is the physical body, what you see. The astral body is the energy body. The causal body is the magnetic body, biomagnetic body. So once it affects the biomagnetic body, and it will affect the life energy body also. So that the first changes take place in the body is electrical change, then the chemical change, then the physical change. We are only giving treatment at the
Physical level.
That's why no disease can be cured. Only can be maintained. So body itself has got the power to heal on its own accord, means body has got the consciousness to heal. That one you have to understand. Then what is this consciousness? That is the question. Consciousness is not talked too much about here. So here we need to understand consciousness is nothing but the order of function in anything, everywhere, every time. That means you are taking a food, chewing the food, putting into your mouth. What happens then? You say it is digestion. No. Once you take the food, one part of the food is converted into juice, then one part into blood, then one part into flesh, then into fat, then into bone, then into bone marrow into sexual vital fluid, sperm or ovum. Who is converting this? This is the inner consciousness and inner force which is doing all these things. So anything you meddle with this thing, body gets disturbed. Then you get a short circuit in the body. When you get short circuit in the body, what happens? The rhythm at the micro and macro level is not being observed, and there will be accumulation of toxins at the micro and macro level. When the accumulation of toxins happen, if you are able to remove it instantly, then your body become ease. If you are not able to remove the toxins in the body, wherever it gets accumulated, name of the disease changes. Suppose, say for instance, if your toxins gets accumulated in uterus, we call it as fibroid. If your toxins gets accumulated in ovary, we call it as ovarial cyst. If your toxins gets accumulated in kidney, we call it as kidney stone. So if it gets accumulated in the heart, we call blockage in the arteries. So in naturopathy, only there are two things. We don't call it different name. Remove the toxin from the body and recharge the body with energy. Energy is invisible, infinite. Mind is invisible, infinite. Consciousness is invisible, infinite. So this is more subjective. Once you are able to understand this and relate the matter as well as the energy, then the healing takes place on its own accord. That's why we call it as healing is natural, rest, everything is palliative.
A nice explanation on the consciousness too. We have to understand there is consciousness inside our body. It is so interesting to understand that when we put in food in our body, how these things converts into the sabdatadus that you are explaining.
Yeah.
It is we cannot just do this in any labs. We cannot just give our food to a lab and convert that into those sabdatadus. It's extremely important to understand the genius system we are all having. We're all walking wonders as humans. It's all converting and it's all happening in our body. Knowing all this, being aware of this, we respect our own body much better. Thanks for giving us the tips. And we also wanted to, I want to finish the question I asked for the digestion. You are clearly explained us about the digestion and how to take care of the excretory system and everything. But I want to touch base one more question. Biggest problem in the United States is constipation. Okay. A lot of people have constipation issues in the United States. Yeah. We just want to have a simple tip that you can share that will be helpful to our listeners. And I think we have Facebook Live so people can see us too. So you can showcase if you want to show anything for us that will help us heal the constipation issues.
First, what you can do is take one glass of water, plain water, keep it beside the bed in the night when you are going to sleep. As soon as you get up in the morning, what you can do is, this hand, you can just roll it like this. And 10 to 15 times or 20 times, 30 times. What will happen? All these acupressure points are present in this hand. All the acupressure points are present in the hand. So when you do like this, what happens? All your points have been activated. The endocrine glands, what we call, that is, one is Mooladhara chakra, other one is Swadhisthana, third one is Manipuraka, Anahata, Visuddhi. All these points are connected to the hands and foot. So when you do a stimulation like this for about 2 to 3 minutes, then take that water and put that water in the mouth, gargle it. So saliva is already in a alkaline state. After gargling it, you drink the same water. Don't spit it out. So that once it goes inside, it creates a good pressure in your stomach. So within few minutes, you will have a good pressure created inside the stomach when anybody is having this constipation. Then go to the toilet, sit there, activate your chin. Activate your chin sitting on the commode. For 5 minutes when you keep on activating, and you can see your bowel movements get cleared. Daily if you start doing it, within 10 to 15 days, you can clear this bowel movement. Within 5 minutes, you can come out of the toilet.
This is the best tip. Actually, a lot of people are struggling with it. I'm just going to recap so that way we all understand what we need to be doing. So in order to get rid of constipation problems, what Professor suggested is keep a tumbler of water, leave it overnight near you, and in the morning, when you get up, you're going to just touch both your palms, not your fingers, only your palms, and then you're going to just roll it, like, rub the palms really well in a clockwise direction for how many times? 20 times?
Yeah, more than
20 times. And then you take the water and you goggle the water, and then you engulf it. So without brushing, first thing in the morning, what we're going to be doing is taking that water. After doing this, we're going to be taking the water, you goggle the water, and then you put it in. The explanation he gave was wonderful, because you're sleeping throughout the night, your saliva is more alkaline, and that alkaline water, when it goes inside your tummy, it helps to give the pressure to you to get your bowel movement easy for you. He also gave another tip. You sit in the commode and you're going to be just pressing the chin. So if you press the chin really well for 5 minutes, the bowel movements would be easier for you. So this is acupressure, and then he also gave you natural therapy remedy. So that's a great thing. A lot of people will be very much benefited by this tip. Professor, it's like so helpful because it's a biggest problem for many people. And there are like few people, they have told me that 3-4 days, they haven't passed bowel movement, which is going to be accumulating more and more junk in the body, which is really bad for us. So thanks a lot. That tip is wonderful. Listeners, if you want to call Professor and ask any questions, you're open to call. The phone number here is 469-888-6839. I repeat, it's 469-888-6839. So let me continue my questions. The next thing, bigger problem, which I've been feeling really bad about, is young people. In the past few years, I hear young people like having a lot of issues, cardiac arrest, heart attacks. They pass away in 30 years. It's really surprising because we haven't encountered these in our, like when we were young, we haven't heard about these. But nowadays, it's becoming more and more common. And I feel it's all related to the stress they're going through. So how do we manage stress?
Oh, managing stress is very easy for me as well as I'm teaching it also. The thing is, your life has become very much goal-oriented. What is this goal-oriented? I want to become a CEO of a company. I want to become a manager of a company. When you put any of this goal in your life, definitely stress is going to. I'm not telling you should not go or do all these things. Your life should be life-oriented. What is life-oriented? Life-oriented goal is there. What is that means? It is always I need to be healthy, I need to be happy, I need to celebrate life. If your goal turns towards this, I need to be healthy, I need to be happy, I need to celebrate life, I need to live with this moment. All other things what you are doing is for survival. Survival, all the animals also survive better than human. Why only human beings suffering? Because we have become more goal-oriented. Goal-oriented towards which is going to happen tomorrow or happened yesterday. Nobody knows how to live in this moment. So we carry lot of memories of the past, or we carry the memories of the future. That is happening inside the subconscious mind. So once you understand the concept of the mind, we have subconscious mind, subconscious mind and superconscious mind.
Yeah, before you get to that subject, let me clear that. I just recap for our listeners.
Okay.
So it was interesting, like nowadays in the fast life, we don't tend to enjoy this moment. That's what Professor is recommending us that we should just enjoy the present. It's a present is a gift to us, and let's enjoy it. We always think about what happened before, the grudges, the frustration, the anger from whatever happened to us, and also looking forward and seeing, like, worried about our future, or what will happen to our kids, whether they will study well, whether they'll get into a good college, like whether it's career oriented, anything, whatever we think is like, we always think about the future or our past, but we don't tend to enjoy currently this present moment. So it's a very good tip for all of us to start thinking about it, contemplate on it. Why can't we just live in the present and enjoy this, be happy, and cherish this wonderful moment we are alive today? Let's enjoy that. That's a very, very good perspective, Uncle. Thanks for sharing that. And you are getting into a very interesting subject. So let's get into that right now.
Okay. Thank you. See, what is life oriented? In the process of evolution, we are born as a human being to celebrate life. What is celebration of life? All the enjoyment we have with five senses. The sixth sense is adorned with man is the only one who has been given the sixth sense. Aravadu Arivu. What is that Aravadu Arivu? That means realization. Who am I? From where did I come? Where did I go? What is my journey of consciousness? And we don't ask anybody that question. Only we are looking for survival. Survival of the fittest. How to survive? Survival, nature has given everything. It has provided the earth, it has given the water, it has given the sunlight, and we inhale oxygen, exhale carbon dioxide. Everything is happening on its own accord. For that survival, we need not search. But only thing is, we are become more goal-oriented towards our survival. That is the crux of the problem. So children or anybody should be taught what is life-oriented education. Career-oriented education is required. Along with that, life-oriented education should be imparted in our educational curriculum.
So when you say that, let me explain you our current issues, right? So we have a very competitive world. So let's say our kids are going to school. So they come back and say that they have this many competitions. They want to win this tournament and everything. At that point, they have like more stress. At this scenario, how can the kids be competitive and also not having the stress? How do we do that?
You just take these two examples. We go and play football. We go and play football to celebrate, to enjoy. When you play football, you convert that football into game, competition happens. When competition happens, only one team can win. The other team will lose. In wrestling, if two people are fighting, one man can lose, one man can win. So if your goal is only winning, then how many people can win out of two?
Only one.
So once you lost, it means if you think that I am doing this for a play, so life is a play. You have converted the life into game. That's why this competition comes. So as long as the Western society order of winning, becoming first is there, stress cannot be brought down. So for that, to bring it down, your mind should be, frequency of the mind should be brought down. That we call it as awareness. Awareness is the key. How to become aware of the moment is the key for de-stressing yourself.
Very nice. You said that create awareness, right? You have to be in the lower frequency. How do we do that?
See, if you measure the frequency of the mind, from 14 to 40, what we call it as beta wave, higher frequency. All things happens in emotion, anger, under stress, when you have given too much of work to the children, or you want your child to become only first in the class, you are putting the child in a different mode. So once you are able to bring down the frequency of the mind to down, that means below 14 cycles, what we call it as theta wave, alpha wave, from beta to alpha. Only one frequency from 14 to 40 is beta wave, below 14 is alpha wave.
So how do we get the from the beta wave to alpha wave? How do we get that down?
Sit down, sit straight, your spine straight, take 5 to 10 deep breath and focus the mind only on the breath. Any child can do, because naturally we are breathing and we don't realize that we are breathing, oxygen is going out and carbon dioxide is coming out. But consciously sit and observe your breath for 5 to 10 minutes, your mind frequency will come down.
So is it a good practice for the kids when they go to take a test or something? We tell them, hey, sit in a quiet place, spine straight, and close your eyes and take probably 20 times, breathe in, breathe out, and observe your breathing.
Yes.
And then you just get into the exam hall, or you're going to a competition, you're going to a swimming competition, swim meet, or tennis, anywhere. So this is a very good first step for them to do, and then go into it. And so they'll be in the alpha frequency, and they will be in a better mind state to just focus and do things.
The key is, everything is a wavelength. Whatever happening throughout the world through quantum energy is operated through wavelength only. The same thing, mind has got a wavelength. This mind wavelength is always in emotion, it goes higher wave. So once you start breathing in, while studying also you do this 5 minutes exercise for yourself, your frequency comes down. Once you read the book, it will get imprinted in that particular frequency. Then when you go to the exam hall, you should not answer the paper immediately. Just sit, close your eyes, do 3 to 5 minutes of breathing, and once you start the breathing, your frequency comes down. Then look at the paper. Whatever you read in the morning, if the frequency goes there, the same thing reflects there. Even if you do not know a question, just don't answer it. Let us see when again you can answer it. Otherwise, if you see that, oh my God, this question I have not come across, definitely your frequency goes high. Whatever imprinted in the higher frequency only will come back. So that's why this is a very simple lesson we can teach to the children. You can prove it in the lab also. You can put an EEG machine and examine all these things. EEG means electroencephalogram. You can fix it, see how the frequency works.
That is a very, very constructive way of telling the kids. So when they see in the exam hall, when they go in, if they see some questions they don't know, let them first skip it and concentrate on the ones they know and complete it, and then go back to the other questions that they have struggled with. Again, the goal is to not go to the beta wave and be in the alpha wave throughout the exam process, so that way they get more focus and they will be able to answer everything, which is very nice, because we need to really, at this age, we really need this kind of education for kids. They need to understand, they need to have some tips and techniques that they can use and perform better, because they are putting a lot of effort and they need to get the benefit out of it. It's amazing how simple techniques like these can calm down the mind and make the kids perform better. It's easier for them as well as for us. As parents, we also get a lot of stress because of our kids. So it's a very, very useful session. Again, listeners, if you want to have any questions to Professor, you can call at 469-888-6839. I repeat, it's 469-888-6839. So we are talking about stress, and I was telling you about how young people are having cardiac arrest. Is there anything for us to prevent this? I understand we have to calm down the mind. We have to live in the present. Can you give us more tips on it, a day-to-day tips that we can do?
Yeah, for that, parents has to be more responsible. Parents has to be more responsible means they should put from their mind that the child is come through you, but it does not belong to me. It belongs to the universe. We should allow the child to explore the whole universe. You should not only think that my son should become a doctor, my son should become an engineer, my son should become a technologist. For survival, you allow them the freedom, they will choose. What right they got is, life is for freedom. If you don't give the space, you want your son to become a doctor by seeing the other friend's son is a doctor. First, you have to see what potential your son has got, or what potential your daughter has got. Every human being has got so much of potential to explore the whole universe. He maybe want to become a good musician. he want to become a dancer, he want to become a sports person, he want to become a great human being, he want to become a great artist, but nobody want that. That is all additional qualification. No. Life is for celebration. In whatever way, without hurting somebody, if you are able to celebrate life, that is called life. That is celebration of life. So parents need more education, parents need more responsibility. If you take the responsibility, suppose if you are telling your children not to watch TV, if you are telling your children not to use smartphone you have to use it, but you should tell the good effect of the smartphone and the evil effect of the cell phone also. Same thing you have to tell the children. If you keep on watching the TV, how much energy you are getting wasted through the eyes. Suppose anybody is sitting right in the front of the computer for 8 hours, 83.33% of the energy is get depleted or wasted only through the eyes. Out of 5 senses, the more energy is wasted only through the eyes. The 4 senses require only 70 to 80% of the energy. When you waste the energy only through the eye, or observing through cell phones or through TVs, other things, how do you recoup the energy in the morning? You need to have a good sleep. Nearly 6 hours to 8 hours sleeps. Then you need to rejuvenate the energy by taking proper water, inhalation of oxygen, exhalation of carbon dioxide, going to the sunlight. All these things are not balanced. Once you are able to do this balancing of 5 elements in the body, which is the fundamental one, many things you can do wonders. Your child or your son or your daughter will become so intelligent. Intelligent is only one part. So intelligent means wise. The son or daughter become more wise means they have to bring down the calmness in the mind. That is possible for every human being. So once you train the children how to come live in this moment, not postponing things for the next year or only thinking about the past. So I want to take this lesson for children. Normally in all our classes we have begun a class called Art of Conscious Parenting. So parents should be given a lesson because it is the parents who are pushing the children to this.
Okay, there was a question from a parent in our Facebook. What if what is right for them is wrong for you as a parent?
Yes. Definitely it's a very good question. Each individual are different. If you have 5 children will have 5 different ideas. If that idea is affecting somebody only, you need to advise the children. When your child is with idea, it is hurting somebody, then you can call the child, talk to him. Because it's not necessary what you think is right, what your son think is wrong. They should choose, even if they think wrong, they have to get experience of that wrong and he has to correct himself with his own awareness. Only you can advise as a parent. You have got only liberty to advise it. You cannot tell that your son, you have to only do this like a Hitler. No. Life is for freedom. He has got, all children are born as a genius. Believe this. Every child born in this universe are a genius until it go to the school to become an idiot. So because it is not career oriented, it is become career oriented education, our children are suffering. If they convert this into life oriented education, what is life oriented? What is nature? What is the law of nature? What is the cause and effect system? What is mind? What is consciousness? What is awareness? All these things, if you give it to the children, which I already have inside. So education is a process to bring out all the goodness of the child. So if you allow the child to go into that educational mode, child will become genius. It can become a Vivekananda. It can become a Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. It can become a Jesus. It can become a Vedadri Maharishi. It can become a Buddha. Otherwise, only you have a degree with your child, and what is the quality which you are having inside is Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moga, Mada, Macharya. Greed, anger, miserliness, immoral sexual passion, vanity and vengeance.
I understand. But as a parent, like I'm being a parent too, like, you said that, you have to let go, like they have to experience it. Sometimes we know that there is a hole, like, if I just go in, I'm just going to fall down. I know that my kid is going there, it's going to fall down. As a parent, it is my duty to just let them know, hey, please don't do this, right? But how I can just say, oh, let him go experience, let him fall down. I cannot do it as a parent.
If you, because as long as you're attached to the child, you'll have to only this. Don't get attached to the child. That is my ambition. Simple this one. Because that is the way I brought my children. I have given both my children full freedom. And wherever they go wrong, I will advise them. And I was a role model to them. So nowhere they went wrong. If I tell my son don't smoke, if I am keep on smoking at the back,
Absolutely.
what will happen?
No, that's right.
So many of the parents do not follow the basic rule. They will do all the wrongs and they will tell, I have suffered because of that, you don't suffer. That is not. You have to become a role model in front of a child.
No, that is absolutely right, because we have to be a role model. If I'm just telling my kid, like my kids, like immediately, like respect what I say. If I say don't watch TV, they won't watch it because I never watch TV. So that's the reason, like, they're able to follow that. We have to be role models. But at times what you're, like, saying about, like, if there is something which is a major thing, it is better for them to, like, understand that if we can just talk to them and advise them rather than totally letting them go, we can just give them some advice where we can explain them, hey, this is out of my experience, I'm telling you, but you make the right decision, whether you want to go in this direction or in that other direction.
For that, I request, when you are speaking with a child, you have to become a child. When you are speaking with your son, you have to become his friend. When you are speaking with your daughter, you have to become a friend. If you try to control them in front of you, they will do, then they will rebel against your own image. So, once you understand that every child is unique, every child is unique, they got so much of potential inside them, how to groom them from that, so find out what you want to do. Then if they are going in a wrong way, advise them as a friend, advise them as a real friend. A friend in need is a friend indeed. So you become a friend of your child, not as father and mother.
That is very, very good advice, because when we approach, we think that we have upper hand in this. And when we talk to them, we always think that they should obey. Instead, if we go into a mode that we are talking to a friend, it will be a better relationship. It's a win-win situation for both the parents and the kids. I think we spend too much time on the kids and everything. I wanted to just get one other tip from you on stress management for young adults. Like, for example, I told you, I have experienced people, like, some of, few guys have died in a young age because of stress. I can understand it's because of stress, because they got a cardiac arrest. So, how do we keep our heart healthy?
Oh, that's a very good question. We, according to Dr. Devendra Ora, he has given 38 points in the hands. There are 38 points in the hands. There are 38 points in the other hand, in the foot also. So, if you know how to activate certain points, important endocrine glands. Endocrine glands means on the left hand, you have heart point number 36. Below the heart point, we have spleen point, 37. And we have our sex gland here. We have our brain points here. That is pineal, pituitary, brain nerves, head nerve, all these things are there in the thumb. So, and there are adrenal gland. Very important, adrenal gland is point number 28 in between this one. So, if you are able to stimulate by just pressing the hand like this, or activating like this, or taking a pen and rolling around it like this, whatever the energy is blocked inside the body, because this happened at the energy level. It is not happens at the physical level. But through the physical body only, the energy can be activated.
Absolutely. I just want to recap, like, for the listeners who are on the radio who cannot see us, want to just let you know, you can Google acupressure points. He was talking about Dr. Devendra Ora's acupressure points, and you can find out there are 38 points he has identified, and professor's advice is to activate your heart point, your spleen point, adrenal gland, and your brain points, sexual glands. All these points, if you activate them, you can just make sure that you have a healthy heart. If there is any pain in there, just keep activating them, and definitely get good advice from your doctors as well. But if you feel, you can identify it early. See, with acupressure, you can identify issues early, so that way you don't have to go into a chronic state. That is the best spot for it. So this world right now, in this era, we are all having a lot of stress, and let's make sure that the stress should not kill us, and relax, live your life. So we are in the last 10 minutes of the show. I didn't know how the time went, like for 50 minutes. So I'm going to be wanted to just talk about his organization in India, Yantra. So Yantra is located in Bangalore. Uncle, just say a few words about Yantra from
Yantra
your
means
perspective.
Yoga, Acupressure, Natural Therapy Research Association. It is very simple. Through your own healing techniques in the body has got the power to heal on its own accord. Because I have been practicing for the last 40 years, I don't take a single pill, nor my family, my wife or children's. I am not telling against any medicine or any system. The body has got the power to heal on its own accord, means you need to know the purpose of this life. Purpose of this life is for celebration. Celebration every moment. That's what I do. So for that, what I do my yoga, I do my acupressure, I practice what I preach. So I am requesting you, all the audience who are just hearing this speech, is you try all these things to your life. How your mind, how your small changes in your life can change, the whole paradigm shift will happen in your life.
So if they want to contact you in Bangalore, they want to come and meet you, how do they do that?
If they type just Yantra Foundation in Google, they will get my full address, phone number. You need to take an appointment. It is for healing purpose only. You come as a patient, you go as a doctor. We give the counseling, we will show you the point, and you have to do it.
Wonderful. So he is really making all of us as doctors. So if you're like visiting Bangalore, and if you want to stop by, just please make sure to call up front, because his appointments are like 1 month waiting list. So you need to make sure you call 1 month early to get an appointment. Make sure to visit the facility there. Everything is by healing by natural remedies. And as he said, they are not going to ask you to come again and again. He's going to give the protocols, and you're going to heal yourself. That's going to be a very interesting perspective. So please try to experience that when you go to Yantra. And I also want to touch base on one other topic, Professor. You are Vedatri Maharishi's Simplified Kundalini Yoga Professor. So in that, you teach Kaya Kalpa Yoga. And we are going to have a workshop here in Dallas tomorrow evening from 4 to 8 p.m. in Marthoma Event Center in the Senior Citizen Hall. Talk about what is Kaya Kalpa Yoga.
That's another unique word I can tell you. What Vedatri Maharishi has done, unique in the whole world. This Kaya Kalpa Yoga is not taught by anybody except World Service Community Center based in Madras. This is founder is Sri Vedatri Maharishi. I am a professor of Simplified Kundalini Yoga. Kaya means body. Kalpa means how to remain immortal till you die. As long as you live, you can live healthily. For that, yoga means union of body, mind and soul. So Kaya Kalpa Yoga takes only 3 minutes for you to practice in the morning, 3 minutes in the evening. But the class is 3 to 4 hours. So when you do this Kaya Kalpa Yoga, what will happen? You will rejuvenate your sexual vital fluid. Conversion of the sexual vital fluid into spiritual energy, and enhancing immunity of the body, postponing death, arresting aging process, toning of the nerves. So many things will happen. Our Siddhas, Mahans have lived of hundreds of years in India only practicing this kind of yoga. Whereas Vedatri Maharishi has probed this for a number of years. He tried on himself and he lived up to 96 years, very healthy life. And when I learned this at the age of 48, I have been doing without one day fail. You can recharge your body like that. So there are so many benefits. Only you need to experience it. So it is being taught by our organization. Tomorrow would be a very wonderful day.
So I can vouch on it. I've been practicing Kayakalpa Yoga for the past 20 years. And it gives us the energy. The whole day we'll have a good energy to sustain. And as Professor was mentioning, I'll just reiterate the 4 benefits of doing Kayakalpa Yoga. Number 1 is it improves your immune system. Number 2, it rejuvenates your nervous system. Number 3, it helps you to recycle your sexual vital fluid. And number 4, which everyone loves, is to stop your aging process. So, keep yourself young and youthful. So please make sure to try to attend the Kayakalpa Yoga tomorrow. We have the program workshop in Marthoma Event Center in Irving from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. And you can ping us, like you can just call me or message me. It's 972-955-0590. I repeat, it's 972-955-0590. And we will be able to get your registration done, and you can just come in and I'll give you all the details you need. So please make sure to get that amazing wisdom that you can have, and you can only, the investment is 4 hours for you, but we are going to only spend 3 minutes in the morning, 3 minutes in the evening, which is going to keep you healthy. Because we have been learning a lot of techniques, but it takes longer time. The best thing about Kayakalpa Yoga is you only spend 3 minutes. That's the best part about Kayakalpa Yoga. Make sure to learn that and use it in your life. It's been amazing talking to you, Professor. Like, it's your wisdom of knowledge. We cannot, you're a walking encyclopedia. We cannot get everything out of it in 1 hour. I didn't know how this 1 hour went. It's very quick, but still, it is worth every minute and second we spent together. And I hope our listeners would have enjoyed it and they would have got something useful for their life. Wonderful tips. Like, before we complete and conclude, tell us 3 things that we need to do to keep our life happy and healthy.
See, the first thing is ignorance of self. I know about the whole world, but I do not know anything about my own body, mind and consciousness. That we call it as ignorance. So, what I am telling you is light a candle in a dark room. If the room is dark for 10 minutes, light a candle. The darkness doesn't say that I need of 10 years of lighting. Darkness just disappears. You can fight with light. You can put on light and put off light. But you cannot put on darkness, put off darkness. So, ignorance is darkness. So, I want you to light a candle within you. The body, the mind and consciousness has all the wisdom within you. That is, we call it in Eastern philosophy as you are that. Agam Brahmasmi.
So you need
Tattvamasi. So I want all of you to get enlightened inside. It's the most easiest things, since we have a lot of memories in your subconscious mind. When you come to Yantra or when you meet me, I will show you the way how to do the reprogram in the subconscious mind.
Awesome. So you said 3. One is ignorance of self. We need to be aware of us, aware of our body.
Yes.
What is the second one?
Mind reprogramming.
Mind reprogramming. This is about reinstating ourselves, our mind, saying that we are doing awesome, we are doing great, we are healthy, we are peaceful.
Putting positive affirmations.
Positive affirmations will make it happen. Like, you just have to sometimes start, like in Tamil we say it, poi palakkamaagi palakkam bhavanayagi bhavanai meyyagum. That means you start first lying. Lying will become habitual. Like, it will become you will start realizing it. At the end of it, it will become the truth. So you start by acting as if you are like
Not
that.
only that, whatever mistake you have done in the life in the past, just forget about it. If you think right from today, this moment, I want to change life, I want to celebrate life, I want to live with this moment, then lot of things takes place. So we carry the guilt within us. Don't carry the guilt. Leave the guilt around. Start living for the moment. You can enjoy life. You can live life. You can celebrate life life is for celebration.
Wonderful. The 3 steps that he told us is first, ignorance of self. You need to be realizing who you are and doing it. Second one is reprogramming your mind by doing positive affirmations.
Yes.
And the third one, he told us, is
Celebrate
to
life, live in
Celebrate
this
life.
moment.
You just have to live in this moment. So thanks a lot, Professor. It's been a wonderful time. We had this 1 hour with you. Thanks to Metroplex Tamil Sangam for the wonderful program, for you coming in and just giving this opportunity to talk. So thanks a lot.
Thanks and deeper gratitude for Metro Tamil Changam for
Metroplex.
giving Metroplex Tamil Changam for giving this opportunity, and thanks for Gomathi, and thanks for all the folks who helped me, and especially the president who has accorded a wonderful welcome for me.
Arun Kumar.
Arun Kumar, and thanks for you, all of you. Without you, I would not be talking to the wall. Thank you.
Thank you and have a wonderful day. வாழ்க வளமுடன்.